Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm Grogue and you're watching Grogue1 on Twitch or YouTube, whichever the two you prefer. Hello and welcome to you all. I hope you're all having a good Monday so far. Because I said... no biggie. The day is almost done for me. I'm at home now. Work for the day done. Just have some fun in some Starsets and adventures, some laughs, some thrills, some spills. See how it goes. I'll hop into the verse in a moment. Before we get there though, remember, lurking is by all means welcome. We appreciate the views. Don't be shy, say hi, let us please greet you and acknowledge you. And thank you for the time that you give up to watch us, we do appreciate that. And then you can go back to your lurking. Or you could be more conversational. Ask questions about the game. Yeah, things like that, you know. We'll happily answer what we can. And yeah, if you're enjoying the content, thumbs up, like buttons, all that good stuff. And follow and subscribe so you get notified when we go live or upload other content. Also check out all the other platforms below on the links in the description. YouTube, Twitch, Discord, TikTok, all that stuff is all down there. We upload shorts mostly there to those, so yeah, go check them out. If you enjoy those, follow and like there too. Costs you absolutely nothing. Promote the channel a bit, we appreciate that. Alright, Star Citizen it is. Let's get the game launched. Because I not activate the launcher yet. Got distracted by some pretty pictures that I'd taken most recently in Star Citizen. That picture being one of them. Lovely screenshots. Beautiful scenery. Oh, that's just me now. Helmet that I picked up. Looks like a Formula 1 racing type helmet. Yeah. Bounty missions on yellow. Issue for that. And then just some beauty shots of some of my ships. Cutlass passing in front of the sun. I sometimes take a few, because they don't always come out nice. Nice perspective shots. I think this is older photography. No, this is May. Yes, this is the Asgard. 3, 5. Toying with that silhouette image again. That one actually came out quite nicely. And then some of my older pictures. That's a F07C Super Hornet. I was trying to get the guns. Actually a nice medium combat ship. I quite enjoy flying that. Apparently it's been nerfed quite a bit. Dolon's attack. It's me, Grogue and Wazzy. Alright, anyway. Let's get back to game. Let's get that launched. And let's hop into Discord as well while we're here. See how it's going. A little while to load for some reason. There we go. reverse. Go, authorizing Q. We don't do that. We will K is in PU. We will go and find friend. That's pretty quick so far. No entities loading yet though. Hopefully it's not going to be a troublesome evening. Yeah. I already foresee problems. Server's taking a long time to acknowledge me, even though what turn? Oh, which came out again. Nope, still no entities loading. Yeah. Not a good start to the evening. Come on. Yeah. Oh. Swing that side. Alright, good. But still no entities loading. Not cool. Alrighty. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Not a good start. Oh, whoops, sorry, mustn't do that. Bouncing my leg and wobbling my desk. Okay. Well, nothing. Let's have a look and see. Yep, entity. Zero. Zero entities. Zero. Nothing's loading yet. So I'm connected to the server, but it's just not sending me all the data. Not a good start. If a server can't respond properly to someone logging into it, then it's probably not responding well to players already in it either. Alright. All we can do is... we'll give it a couple more minutes. We'll see how it goes. Otherwise we'll have to Alt F4 or quit. Builder and quit in console. Builder, quit in console is probably the safer thing to do. Alright, 8:28. We'll give it a couple more. Give it a little. It's not starting to load entities by then. Till liquid. And try again. Still nothing downloading, folks. Sig does not want me in the server tonight. Nope, nothing loading. Right. Builder. Quit. Let's try that again. Okay. We had a bit of an issue. Let's try one more time. Join friend. Full fluorocarbon. Number 1 in the queue. We'll do this. If you look, okay, you can't see my cursor, but up on the top right corner where you see the Discord information, and below that my icon, it's highlighting in green when I speak. The text to the left of that, where it says entities, showing as 0, means nothing is busy downloading, nothing's coming down, no live game aspects are being sent by the server to my computer so we can synchronize. That's a big issue. Means either the server is unstable or the network is unstable. It could well be my internet. There's a lot of latency. I mean, 5 minutes of waiting for the loading screen to even and it still showed 0 entities. I think it's a server issue. If it was internet latency, it would have caught up eventually, or it would have timed out. Wah, 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 wah. We're not getting no entities. In 3 minutes already. Minutes and there's still no entities coming down. I wonder if that's the best server that Weevil chose, or if it's one of the other regions, EU, Oz, Asia, or US. It's 5 minutes now. Well, 4.5, 5 minutes. Not getting nothing. Alright, so let's do that again. Wait for my launcher to update. Okay, to catch up. Okay, right, and let's try that one again. Yes, I acknowledge the terms and conditions of the alpha, blah blah blah. And we will see if we can select a best and hope it's not the same server. Because if that's best, then SIG's in serious shit. Cancel. Alright, so we're gonna go persistent universe. We're gonna select best and go enter. Reverend asteroid position 2. Oh, okay, there we go. Right, that was a quick connection. Let's see if the entities come down. Okay, give it a moment. We've just connected. Give it a moment. We'll be expecting an update. Are they meant to, are they? No, I haven't received anything about. I know they're busy with 4.21 in test universe, but nothing, no. Dev tracker releases and updates. Hey Weevil!
Hello.
What's up?
What's up? We're scraping derelict ships.
We,
comrade. Me and chat.
you in chat. Ah, right, yes. Is chat helping you with the scrapers?
The moral support.
Moral support. Glad somebody's getting some support.
I think they shouted at me going, "Now you missed the spot." Crack your face.
Yeah, quick, Weevil, jump in the pilot seat. Move the ship 2 inches to the left. No.
I've already had enough. I'm quitting. Okay, there's the Alien Predator Marvel crossover, DC graphic novel I had in the 90s. Batman, Superman. Yes, I did actually see. Sorry, I know you're busy chatting to your chat, Grogue.
No. I was just saying, I'm wondering why the servers are taking so long to connect. This is my third attempt now this evening. First 2 attempts were connected to you.
Yes.
Wherever you were, which both of them 0 entities came down. I connected quick, but just it was not giving me any entities. And then, yeah, third time now, I just chose best, thinking maybe you might be somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that was even a quicker connect, but it's now been 3 minutes, and I'm still got 0 entities coming down.
Yeah, we had trouble getting in. I tried best twice while we were busy with the intro music. Oh, Henry says, "Hey, Grogue."
Hey, Henry.
And then I tried Australia, and then it still took a while, but we eventually got in.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a pain. But also Mello pointed out that it is free fly, so there's going to be a whole lot of extra traffic. So we've been chatting about the Alien TV series called Alien World, and good stuff like that. And yes, the comics, there was the Alien Predator comics long before the movies ever came out. They were totally awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we were chatting about like Alien
Yeah.
music,
Right.
and all that good stuff. And the comics from the 90s. Batman, Superman, yes. We also had Batman versus Predator. Batman versus Judge Dredd. That's Batman.
In comics.
In comics, yeah. Batman versus Alien? Has Batman fought an alien? I'm trying to think now. There are a lot of crossovers. It's ridiculous, actually. I know there's been a lot of Judge Dredd crossovers. I know Judge Dredd and Batman don't get along.
I wonder why.
Well, Judge Dredd being a lawmaker and Batman being a vigilante.
Yeah, that's why I said I wonder why. I mean, I am the law.
The law. Am I too far away?
I think I don't know if it's the servers or if it's our internet, because I'm seeing YouTube's throwing me errors that I'm not getting. They're not getting enough data.
Oh no.
Your YouTube
That's
is not
actually a
receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
Yes, I have dropped frames. I had a lot of drop frames earlier. It was crazy. I was in red and orange for kilobits per second for a while, and then it kind of, sped up a bit.
So it could also be internet latency. I mean, everyone is at home tonight and sitting in front of screens, so it wouldn't surprise me if all the bandwidth's going to that stuff.
Kick them all off.
YouTube.
Archie and Predator. Yeah, I can see Veronica and Betty fighting a predator.
I was thinking Scooby-Doo versus Alien.
And they pull the head off, the mask off, and it's a predator pretending to be an alien.
And then underneath it's a Terminator pretending to be a predator.
Oh yeah. Yeah, too many crossovers. But yeah, there's also a new movie or an animated short or something called Killer of Killers, which I think is also Predator related. Jughead would be the first to go. What about Reggie? I think Reggie would be the first to go. Jughead's the comic relief. I'm sure he would last a little bit longer. Reggie would be the one that nobody likes, you know, and he always antagonizes people, and then boom, he like gets his comeuppance.
Comeuppance, yeah, you're correct.
10 pence uppance. That gets still within.
Your comeuppance is your deservance.
Yes,
what you deserve.
He'd be like Reggie would be the corporate shell that would get killed half of the movie through because, you know, he has to piss off all the main characters first. No,
they have to justify him being the first person to die. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
They have to demonize him first.
Okay. So, after our very lovely salvaging run and everything the other day, I logged in at Grim Hex, where we logged off, and did a little bit of shopping. Bought myself the Novikov armor, like you have, for the exploration stuff. And then I had to claim one of my Pisces because everything was at Orison. So it was like, yeah, I've got two other things sitting there and they never have anything in them, so yeah, I'll just call one of those. Right, called that. Had a little difficulty getting the armor over from Grim Hex into the ship because obviously I didn't have a crate or anything. Yeah, but anyway, managed to do that. Fly back to Orison, land the ship, get everything out, put the equipment in the inventory, store the ship, go and press the button to the elevator to leave, and as the elevator doors open, I'm not even stepping forward into the elevator, as the elevator doors open, I glitch through the floor of the station and fall for eternity in Orison's atmosphere until I eventually backspaced. Guess where I woke up?
Grimex?
No.
Pyro?
Yeah.
Oh god, you're in Pyro.
My last spawn set point was in Pyro Stanton Gateway.
Oh no.
So I'm back in Pyro. With no ship.
Well, you can call your ship at least.
I can tell.
Henry says Moose would save them all. Moose would be like, he could be the equivalent of Dutch. You know, he could get badly hurt like right in the beginning and they could write him off for a while and then he makes an epic comeback at the end. You know, and he ends up saving them. That would be like a classic like storytelling right there, kind of thing. So you're in Pyro.
Yeah, let's see if I can log in though.
Yeah, right. So you have to get back out of Pyro first too. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still finding ships around here to eat. There's tons of ships around here, around Daymar, weirdly enough. Just all sitting around in the atmosphere here. This is great. That's what I'm thinking. You nailed it. Yes, nope. Great minds. Let's try scan. Yeah, my scan is off though, which I don't understand why. Oh, it's
preserved.
I see he's online as well.
Oh, maybe he'll pop in. Okay, now this has again been more minutes than I've counted. Definitely more than 5. 0 entities. So we do this again.
Yeah, I found myself a constellation.
Build it good. And I get to play with my soundboard again.
Yay, your soundboard. I've still been trying to figure out how to turn off this damn ping noise from OBS, and I've been turning things off left, right, and center. I can turn it down, but if I turn it down, you guys, Grogue, that's anybody in the chat, in voice chat, basically, gets very soft as well.
What are you trying to turn off in?
I'm trying to turn off the ping in OBS. Like the Botrix, I thought it was the Botrix alerts. I thought it was like the normal alerts. I'm just trying to figure out where it's coming from so I can turn it off, so I can stop having this pinging noise in my ear. Because if I turn the sound down in settings, it turns all of the volume down. So that's desktop audio, microphone, the music in the background, and then you are very, very soft. And it sounds, I can hear you talking when I rewatch stuff, but I can't actually hear what you're saying.
And this ping is coming from your
OBS. Every time somebody chats in the chat. Anyway, back in a bit, gonna take care of laundry. You're gonna throw that laundry out. You're gonna throw it in the trash. That's exactly what you're gonna do to that laundry.
Okay.
Show that laundry who's boss.
Let's,
Okay, Henry, see you in a bit.
let's try this again, and just relaunching the game again.
This is the problem with being streamers, you know, especially like multiple streamers on one chat, is we all have multiple different voices in our head that we talk to. And sometimes it's very difficult to figure out who it is that we are talking to sometimes.
Huh? Are you reading out someone's chat, or is that
Me.
you explaining something to someone?
Yes.
Ah, right, okay.
So for example, like you would be chatting to your chat, right?
Yeah.
And then I'd be chatting to my chat, but we don't want to talk over each other, so we both wait for our turn so we can all chat to our chat.
What we definitely need to do is I was looking a little bit more at it, is do a stream together, because we then combine our chats as well. The only problem though is it only works on Twitch. Our YouTube chats will still be excluded. We would have to then come up with some way to... Hang on a moment. I wonder if StreamerBot can do that. How many server clients can... no. Integrations, integrations, no? Platforms, no? Where am I? Actions, commands, platforms, stream apps. That's okay, that's...
The truth. Yes, I can scrape it.
Huh? Oh. No. No, I'm just... No, I seem to have gotten myself a little...
Lost?
Where is the what's the name for the platform? I've downloaded and I'm using streamer.bot. It's a bot you run on your own machine.
Yes.
As opposed to running through an online service. Okay, let's see if we can join friend again.
Sorry, Grogue, continue.
You know, it's got a shitload of stuff that you can do in it, actions and triggers and queues and commands and whatnot, and you can set up multi-platforms, but now I'm just trying to see if we can integrate.
Well, I mean, if I could integrate my Botrix into it, that would integrate both chats for me. I know you were having trouble with Botrix.
Yeah, it wasn't always pulling YouTube chat for me for some reason. I also, and then I was trying to use one platform for streaming to multiple services.
Yeah, kind of painful if you're not paying for it. Good, thank you. And you guys? Yeah, we're all doing okay. A little cold.
It's frickin' freezing, Mr. Bigglesworth.
That's normal shrinkage. No, this is advanced shrinkage. It's cold. It's so cold. Yeah, no, we're all doing good. Staying dry, trying to stay warm. You know, all that good stuff. How's everything on your side? How's your dad? I know I haven't asked about your dad in a while. I'm hoping it's all good and recovery is going well.
Hey, fuck it. Nothing happening. Okay, we're just gonna leave it, I think. And we will
Yeah, it sounds
blabbering.
complicated. There's another lag spike. Yay! I love the lag. I actually did a LH low risk mission. In the
LRT?
Reclaimer. Yes.
Yeah.
In the Reclaimer, but because like there was so much lag, the ships were practically unresponsive. They were just like sitting ducks, and the Reclaimer just shot them out the sky, crashed to the ground, scraped them, ate them, moved on. I was just like, wow, that was like so disappointing. In fact, I flew right past one ship that was red, but I didn't shoot him because he was non-responsive. I was like, is this like an accidental red? You know, like sometimes it happens. Like
Yeah.
the player is just floating in space. So like, okay, I won't shoot him. And then like, I shot the main target, and then I saw the guy was like 1 kilometer above me. I said, no, you followed me.
Mm.
Turn around, shoot him, blow him out the sky, flew away. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I think so. You've got your main guns, which are slave to the pilot, eh? There's no option for.
There is. If you go to the consoles behind the cockpit,
Okay, the support consoles.
the support consoles, you can take control of the guns.
The
there.
guns there,
Yeah.
and then you've got 2 manned turrets.
I think there's 3. I think there's one on top, one at the back at the top, and one below. I could be wrong.
And remote turrets.
I think the remote turrets are the ones that you take control on the side of the cockpit.
Okay, so the 2
With
support
the consoles.
the 2
Yeah,
support
with the
consoles do the remote turrets.
Yeah, we
But-
would actually have to spend some time and actually run around the ship and actually check, because I know that when I used when Cart and I were running around and I was quickly running to the console, I think one is on top and one is a side one. I could be wrong because the angles were very strange. So I was like trying to figure out exactly which console did what.
Okay. Yeah, we need to figure that out, because I you know, if we I mean, you said you've already replaced most of the weapons and stuff on it,
Yeah.
for what you ideally suited or wanted.
Most of them were cannons.
Most of them. Tell me, does probably not, but you don't have any missiles on board, hey?
I actually never tried to shoot them, so yeah.
Okay. Most likely not. I mean, it's not a combat ship. Missiles generally are.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if we could slap some missile pods onto it, though.
I mean, the reactor is so damn big that, you know, I can fire. Let's see, how many will it tell me? It's off screen. I can't see it. Like if I fully charge the banks, I can fire at something like 40 shots.
Mm-hmm.
That's not telling me, but pretty much like 40 shots from the 2 turrets is a lot of rounds in one's face for a cannon. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking if we figured out all the weaponry and whatnot, and you have guys in seats manning turrets, remotely or physically, it could probably make for a nice little bounty hunting ship.
Yeah.
Not little, but I mean, you know, you then get the option to raid for cargoes and then salvage and crunch and make even
Yes.
more money.
Oh, the power's still on the ship. Now, do I just blow it up? across, I'm just going to shoot it. Yeah, I'm just going to get lazy. Ow. Sorry, cat, I have to move you.
Ow.
Yep, she's going to complain. By digging her claws into my leg. Because she's putting weight on my legs, which is pulling like my lower back out. Okay. Alright, so we're going to climb in here. We're going to have some target practice. Yay. Zoom out a bit. I'm going to change over to guns. Oh, yes. Okay, so 40. Yeah, so 40.
I'm being forced to drink my coffee so I can get more.
Yeah, my wife does that to me too.
She looks in my cup, she goes, finish it. It's like I got a quarter of a cup still.
Yeah, fatality.
Glug, 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 glug. Finish it, yeah.
Down. Doesn't matter if it comes out your nose, just catch it again and keep drinking.
If it comes out your nose, it goes back in the cup. That's fine. You can't just put them.
No, you just open your mouth further. You just tilt your head a little bit more back. You know, so recycle, repurpose, reuse. Okay, sorry, I have to take
And flush the sinuses while you're at it.
Yeah. Hey. Fracturize.
Yeah, but I am not getting in, eh?
Eyeballs.
And I was actually quite keen to retry, well, not Pyro 1, but go over to Pyro 4 and retry those data centers. I am just like itching at it now.
I was more keen to like try the scraping thing again.
Yeah, no, by all means. But yeah, I watched a guy that gave a bit more of a sort of a nicer explanation of how to handle the sites, especially solo.
Right, yeah.
It wasn't just, oh, you go there and you do this and you do that and blah blah blah. Then they're like, you know, give you the nitty gritty.
He explained a little bit better.
He said, you know, look, these are dangerous areas. Orgs are coming here. They are getting whatever it is, the data chips or whatever, to activate the Valakar or something, whatever. So, and then there's this contest and nonsense that goes on as well. So, so if you fly into one of these zones and you see ships, the best thing to do is just skip it and go to the next one. Because the chances are you won't survive. There's just, I mean, especially if there's something like a Polaris parked nearby, you'll know that there's an org there and they are going to kill anything that's not them. So, you know, kind of things like that. And then sort of he flies down and he finds one and he lands and he says, you can, you know, these ones are protected by guns. You can either land, hide the ship and walk in or whatever. He says, but you can also just shoot the guns. And he says, just make sure your shields are full forward and you don't fly in fast. You kind of just get them in gun range and then pick them off. And that way then you're less likely to hit you and things like that. So, you know, little tidbits of useful advice on how to approach these things. And where to look for the codes and whatnot to for the access panels and stuff like that. So yeah.
That sounds interesting. Me no likey.
So yeah, I just thought, well, as soon as I respawned in Pyro,
Give it a go.
I would give it a go.
If you can get in the game.
That's if I can get in. I mean, I have now been streaming for 50 minutes and I'm still not in the game.
It was like me with the update. Started the game, started the stream and everything. Update. Like, oh no, I've already told the thing to start the stream. Oh.
Yeah.
Keep quitting, going back in, trying again, I guess. What else are you going to do? I guess you could join Peter and Shirai and them and Conan. They started a new map called the Savage Wilds or something.
Oh, okay.
So, much smaller map, from what I can tell.
Much smaller map. Thank you, love.
Disintegrate.
Oh, good
Yes.
coffee.
You
Good
can
hot.
get coffee?
No, I didn't. I got hot chocolate.
Oh. Hey.
Just smack upside the back of the head.
The behind. That's where you're supposed to smack.
I'm sitting on my behind.
I said smack her behind.
Oh, smack her behind. When I wake up.
There we are. Sounds like the right response. Alright.
It's like, what's it the guy said, oh, what was the joke? I can't remember it now. Blank. I just remembered this a joke. It's kind of abusive, but
Yeah.
funny still. About this guy, whatever, telling his wife she doesn't shut up. He's not going to see her. Ah, there we go. Universe loading error 65.
Yes, yeah. First week didn't see the wife. Second week the swelling started to go down. Third week you can see your wife again. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yes.
Yeah, two black eyes. Yes,
Okay, well, that's me disconnected there again. Okay, no, still trying to load, but it gave me a network error. So, let's do this again.
Another ship. This is fantastic. There's one over here. There's like a whole bunch of them all right next to each other. I'm going to risk this. They're probably going to start shooting me. This isn't normal.
Okay, well, the rate things are going, I can't even say fuck this and come and join you.
Okay, well these ships, I think these ships are actually on the ground. I'm going to leave those ones alone and stay in space.
Alright, attempt number 5.
You can do it.
They say third time's a charm. Well, fuck, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time maybe?
Maybe then the 30th, you know.
Oh lord.
There's a reason why we play this game. I don't know what it is, but apparently there's a reason why we play this game.
Yeah, I for the life of me cannot figure it out either, eh? I swear there's something in the data feed that is brainwashing us into playing this game.
Oh, hail Chris Roberts. I mean, yeah, no, there's clearly some decent gameplay. Something's in here.
I think there's subliminal messaging popping up and compelling us
Yeah,
to play Bug Citizen.
Bug Citizen. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Alright, so, okay, persistent verse. Oh, great. Now it's not giving me the option to fucking log in at all.
You can't even try join me.
Well, that's what I was trying to do initially.
Oh. How?
Sorry?
And now?
Well, now I think I'm gonna have to kill my launcher as well because it's not even giving me the option to. Let's see. I'll try one more time. Join party. Join friend. Cool fluorocarbon. Okay, it says I'm connected. Let's oh, there we go.
Let's risk it. Let's EV out. Let's go turn that ship off. It's a little dinky. What's it? Defender? No. What's it? The little one that we were playing around with earlier, with the one gun in the front and the four the ACU at the back. They gave it to us for free to fly around for 2 weeks.
The Avenger.
The
Titan.
Avenger, thank you. Yeah, there we go.
The one that looks like it's got a broken nose.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like a shuttle with a broken nose. Yeah, the Avenger. It's actually not a bad little ship.
It's not.
I like the fact that you can get out through the cockpit and through the back, if you so wish. And yeah, the little sort of the cargo is relatively easy to access.
I like it. It's definitely better than the Aurora.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Aurora is like, if it gave me just like a little, like 1 or 2 spots of SCU, that would have been nice, you know.
Yeah.
Then again, you know, I very quickly outpaced that ship, so.
Oh, look, I mean, it got you into the game, and that's
Yeah.
more important. That was the most important aspect, was to get you into the game without having to sell a liver and a lung and whatever else.
And 3 kidneys.
And
They're
3
not my
kidneys.
but they're 3 kidneys.
3 kidneys, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and to put more dollars in to upgrade something when you've already got what you need, it seems a little pointless. Yeah, if we ever have to reset again, I mean, we know what to do to get ourselves up and running as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay. Little pig, let me in.
Yeah. Okay, so once again, we're just gonna sit here
What's the matter with this thing?
and twiddle our thumbs and hope that we can eventually get logged in. Yeah, so what I've been doing is fiddling with my OBS and OBS plugins.
Right.
And I've got a number of plugins that I've added into OBS now that are tended to try and make things a little bit more manageable for me. Like one, there's a muted microphone notification. If I mute my mic and I start speaking within the gate,
It'll tell you.
It'll pop up a what's his name, a little icon, like a red dot icon on the screen in the corner, and it will make a ping sound at you. So now if I've muted my microphone and forgotten to unmute it in OBS, which I've done on several occasions, I've started a stream and I've been blabbling on and someone says, "We can't hear you." It's like, oh fuck. At least now it warns me, so I've that little feature in, and I tried, I've got a face tracking plugin as well, so that the camera can sort of follow my face a little bit more, because when I sit backwards, fly, whatever, then looks like I'm very low in the camera, so I wanted to see if I could get it to sort of auto track and keep me in view. I haven't quite gotten that working 100% yet. I need to tweak that a bit. And yeah, what else have I done? Streamer.bot I've got up and running. So my chat and everything is now managed by that. I'm local.
Okay, very, very nice.
And I still haven't got an instant replay thing to work. I'm still figuring that one out. But I've set up a scene for it and a quick instant replay button on my touch portal. So once I eventually figure out why it's not replaying, then it's all set up for that. And some other little bobs. An auto recording rename option. So you can change from the default date and time, whatever it is, code that OBS uses when it writes your recorded,
yes, right,
your locally recorded files. You can at least say, okay, you always have *citizen dot whatever blah blah blah, and then whatever else you want, and give it a custom save name to make things easier to find and manage, which would be helpful. Because when I
time usually help.
It's just date and time, yeah. But I mean, then you got to look through numbers and stuff and whatever. And if you can't, if like me, I do little recordings. I'll play for half an hour or whatever, and I'll record it. I'm not streaming or anything.
Right.
Just for some footage to maybe fiddle with or something. And then I got like, when was that again? But if it's got a title or whatever, then it's easier to. I can say, okay, everything that I record here starts and whatever, or okay, no, this one's not. This is not default or whatever. You know, you can customize it with various variables.
Yes.
Just for ease sake. And yeah, and some other little bits and bobs as well. Did a little bit of tweaking on my layouts on my scenes and like that.
Yeah, I need to my main peeve right now is trying to get rid of the pinging sound that I keep getting every time I get a message.
And if you go through, so you get it when you get a chat message.
Yes.
Okay, and have you got a doc with that chat showing in there?
Yes. You see what I've done is you go into properties for each one of your sources.
Mm-hmm.
And you go into anything that's got an alert, like Botrix alerts, YouTube alerts, things like that.
Yeah.
And you go into the properties utility, you tick the box that says manage audio by OBS.
Yeah.
That will then give you an audio mixer.
Yes.
And then I go into the audio mixer and I hit the mute button on it.
Yeah.
So all of the sounds for the alerts are off, but I'm still getting the pinging sound. So there must be a different alert somewhere that I've either hidden by mistake, or something like that. And I must just figure it out. But I can only really do it when I'm streaming, because otherwise I don't get the pinging sound. Otherwise I don't know.
Okay, well, at the bottom of the audio mixer panel, there's your little gears that are your settings, and then there's a little menu button there, and that'll give you unhide all.
Okay.
If you have got any that are still hidden, that should reveal them.
Yeah, I see.
Maybe you did hide it and forgot about it. But are you sure it's OBS? It's only okay. Well, you said only when you're streaming.
Yes. Yeah. So it's only when I get a message from my chat, any notifications.
Combined chat, or are you still using the split chats from YouTube and Twitch?
No, I'm still using the split chats on OBS, but they're combined on the screen.
Right. Okay. So you're using the Botrix overlay on your stream, so everyone can see everything. But okay.
Yeah. So they can at least, Twitch and YouTube can at least talk to each other if there's someone asks something or says something.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
that option. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Wondering. I see your docs won't actually have any audio or anything like that, so that's obviously not that. It must be a source.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't hide any. You can. Well, I mean, in the audio mixer you can hide sources.
YouTube it, I did ask the AI, and that's how it said this is what you can do. You can actually go into any of your things that create a sound, select properties, change it to manage through OBS, and then adjust the sound accordingly. So I thought I had done that, and then the first thing that happened now was ding, sound came through. Then I looked at Botrix, turned that off, turned off alerts, turned off something else, and I saw beep, and there it is. There's that pinging sound. It's gonna drive me crazy. Oh, it's Matt, the man, still salvaging to this day. I will never ever not salvage. It is Hobo Weevil, and usually Hobo Weevil is related to salvaging and scavenging. How you doing, Matt? How was your 4th of July?
Yeah, how was that?
Did you die?
Did you set yourself alight? Did you blow up any houses with fireworks?
Independence Day, was there any aliens? No aliens?
Yeah, please tell me the White House got hit first.
Don't pick on the Cheerio.
It's not one of my favorites.
Okay. All right, let's take a scary mission. It's starting your reclaimer grind. You can do it.
I'd love to try and continue my reclaimer grind, but fuck, I think it's just not letting me in. Nah, man. I've been at this now for over an hour. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, trying to join you, Weevil, is just not going anywhere.
Yeah, it was not easy getting, I must say. Only 28 million more to go. Hey, you could be at negative amounts. Just imagine, you owe someone else like 10 or 15 million.
I am here to collect.
Yes, yes. Bag 1B, cheap. What comments on Twitch? One of the many reasons why I'm going to be leaving Twitch soon. Spammed by bots advertising crap. Yeah, Bag 1B, go jump off. Go take a nice, long, relaxing walk off a very short pier. Okay. Well, dude, if you want, you can come join me. We can salvage and whatnot in the reclaimer, and we can try get that nice little salvaging run to work again. I think those other ships are definitely down the planet. I think if I go down there, the AA guns are going to shoot me.
Alright, I am going to attempt to connect to whatever Star Citizen deems best server. I shall see you all next year.
Next year.
I'm joining Happy Meteor now, and I'm number 2 in the queue.
That sounds positive.
Yeah, very positive.
Okay.
Happy Meteor, plowing into a planet and destroying everything in my path.
Hammerhead. Yes. Hammerhead. Yes.
Hammerhead.
Oh, let's not die.
Hammerhead.
Let's not die.
Whirly whirly is just whirly whirling. It's not.
It's not chunky.
It's not.
Showing the grind. Yeah.
Yeah, jerking. 0 full entities. Okay, it's now 21:19. 36, give or take. I'm going to give this 5 minutes. Then I'm going to say, fuck you, Sig, and I'm going to disconnect. Do something else.
Then, what you can go play?
I don't know. I kind of been toying with the idea of starting a new factory in Satisfactory. But that is so many hundreds of hours of work. I don't know if I want to do that on live stream.
Hey, a lot of people find that relaxing. That and they enjoy power washing simulator.
Yeah.
Yep. You get the right music and you just go for it. And apparently there is quite a big demand for that kind of stuff. No pressure, super chilled, relaxed gaming. Big demand for it. You don't always have to have lots of excitement. I mean, a lot of people enjoy watching me just drinking and chilling with some nice music in the background. So you never know, hey? You might just accidentally try something and be like 30 viewers, 40 viewers later.
Yeah.
Matt, you can't join us.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to get lost in something like that, and because I'm so focused on the engineering and working things out in my head that I don't talk very much, so it would be a very quiet stream. But I could even turn my microphone and my camera off and just play.
Well,
But then you will get those who want to interact with you or whatever, so...
Don't turn your microphone off. I mean, you could turn your camera off. I mean, I did. But that was just because my stream was taking so much strain.
Yeah.
And if anything, it has actually helped.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why, but on YouTube it picked up quite a bit. I can't explain it. I've got no idea why, but it just seems a lot more casual and easygoing and more chilled without the camera.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I might turn it back on again for like other stuff, but Star Citizen wise, I can't because it just takes too much strain.
No, that's fair enough.
And then changing the setup for when I play Conan, I'm just lazy for that. So I'll just like, yeah, that's fine. I'll just leave it off. When I do the podcasting, then I'll turn it on.
Have you got an old tablet that you're not really using that's still operational?
Not really. Why?
Not. I was going to say, well, you suppose you could do it on your phone as well. You need to set up something with Touch Portal.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
You can do it on a phone as well. The buttons, you can just buttons may be a little bit small, but I mean, if you've got it close at hand or whatever, you can literally just pick it up and change scenes or whatnot. And you can integrate it into, I run my OBS, my Discord, I run system volume controls, I run soundboard and a whole bunch of other stuff off of that one thing, and it's got Windows integration and all sorts of other more advanced stuff. This thing can basically be used as a shortcut key for Photoshop and stuff like that.
Yeah, using for it. Yeah.
And that would then enable you to take better control on things, easier control instead of having to switch screens and change things.
Oh yeah, that's. I'm just talking about my PC and internet struggling with multiple feeds and things like that. So that's the reason why I turned the camera off, because it didn't actually seem to help. Because my camera was stuttering while I was in game, but the minute I alt tabbed out, the stuttering would stop. They gave me a mission where my freaking hammerhead's already been scraped.
Oh dear.
That is bull.
That's a bitch. I'm just thinking, if you could have, for instance, the option to turn the camera on or just switch it off without having to go and fiddle with scenes and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm able to basically control just about every overlay on my stream, just with the touching the tablet. It just makes things so much easier to manage. And also, if I switch game, I've got a scene set up slightly different layout for Conan or whatever it is.
Right.
So that people can see the important information on the screen.
Yes.
And I've even got buttons to switch my camera around if need be. I can flip my camera from one corner to the next in an instant.
Yeah, I did mess around with that a bit too. Sorry, Joshua. Yes, this is live. Yes, no, not PTR. Okay. No 33% reduction yet. In the scraping? No. Is that how much they're going to cap the scraping for? Because that's going to suck.
What was that? Say that again?
Joshua asked, no 33 reduction yet. 33% reduction. I'm assuming that's while scraping. Is that speed or is that...
reductions in what way?
I'm assuming you meant scraping because that's what I'm busy with, so...
Yeah,
but dude, they gave me a freaking hammerhead that's like completely scraped. This is cool. So I gotta fracture it and hopefully they give me something good to scrape. Really? So they're going to reduce the scraping. That is a pity.
In what way? The amount of scraping that we are able to do by limiting the amount of ships and debris out there, or the percentages that we are getting from the materials?
See, this is the questions Grogue asks.
Is it a 30% reduction in payouts on per SEU of?
It's going to be 33 across the board. Everything is going to be 33% reduction.
God, we better turn to piracy then.
Yep. great. They just this one definitely screwed me over.
That's if I ever get to log in.
Yeah, that's 30% reduction in trying to log in. Right, that makes sense too. Yes, yeah. Balls. This sucks. I thought I was gonna have a nice little thing of honesty, and there's like a little bit on one side here.
Got 0 entities.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Okay, let's scrape this.
I'm sorry, folks. CIG does not want to let me play tonight.
Okay, so they're going to change it on the reclaimer, on the salvage heads. But no. They gave the vulture and the fortune the increase. But it makes sense for the reclaimer to have more power. It's got a bigger freaking engine and generate power supply. It makes sense for the reclaimer to have the extra power to be able to scrape better.
Okay, I've now closed my launcher completely. Back up. Maybe logging in.
That's fine. You know what we'll do is we'll just have the reclaimer. We'll pull the reclaimer out, and then we'll just salvage it with the vultures. Might as well have a C2 follow vultures around. I used to do that with the cat. We had a very good system going at one stage. So what you're saying is I got to make my millions now before they nerf me, right? The thing is though, I like living out in space in the reclaimer. That's kind of like half the fun about this, because I can bedlog. I've got my empty bowls of cruise. Hopefully they don't nerf that. And I just salvage, scrape, fly around. Just very opportunist kind of living. So I hope they don't wreck it too much. And you probably find then another update, they'll be like, no, wait, that was a mistake, we're going to change that again. Reclaimers are the shit. They're gonna have everything. They're gonna have bigger holds, better module scrapers. They're going to streamline the cargo holds so you can use them better. The elevators are going to be faster. Yeah. That's exactly what they're going to do. Yep.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, the more I hope on it, the more better the chance of it happening, right? Makes more sense to just scrape a little and then chomp. Yeah, just basically start speedrunning. I don't want to speedrun. I like scraping. Scraping is very relaxing. It's just quite satisfying watching those little orangey yellow pieces like disappear. I mean, for 32 million, the price tag, it better be worth it. Yeah, now on the bright side, the claim finally got functional PDCs. Yes.
Well, not in PU yet, it's still in PTU.
No, but they're there. They're getting there.
Right, I am going to attempt an serving the Asian region.
Okay.
Loyal engineer, current position 1. In queue, that is. Alrighty. So look.
See if I can't scrape it. If I can't scrape on there. No friends. We'll go where we want to.
Scrape your ships.
For free. And I mean, you can make 32 million in no time, sit on popular areas and kill ships and eat them. I like to salvage. I don't do much in the way of actually, to be fair, I did do some bounty hunting earlier in the reclaimer for fun, but the ships were small. I was just testing that out. But we were doing bunkers a while back, and we were doing the bunkers in our vultures. So we'd arrive in obviously the protected area, do the mission, or at least come in, clear the ground, scrape the ships that were there, because there's always like ships lying around there, and then go down and sort out the bunker. And it turned out to be quite profitable if we could work fast enough, just to save some time, because you can get very distracted. Wait a second. This might not actually be my... This is not my ship. This is not my hammerhead.
This is not the hammerhead you are looking for.
This is not the hammerhead I was looking for, because the scrape is still at 100%, and then my timer is still going down, and I fractured the ship. Nice.
Yeah. Someone
And
was
also I
not...
realized because I've got the arrows pointing away from the ship that I've just fractured. So this is good. Extra.
Oh, it's free CM at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna try eat some of it, then I'll print some out, and then get on it. Okay, day's improved.
Yours has.
Yeah, people are leaving ships lying everywhere. I know. I picked up about 5 of them around Daymar, just lying out there. So it is great. I love salvaging. The minute I saw the ship when they showed the concept art, and I saw it, I was like, well, that looks badass. I want that ship. And it's taken me, what, 10 years eventually to get the computer running that actually allows me to play the game. And then, yeah.
The grind to earn the ship.
The grind. The bloody grind. Twice. But yeah, the Reclaimer is definitely my go-to. I like the Reclaimer. Distance break, yes. Yeah, because we've got the free fly as well, so that's also a problem.
Yeah. Did you register on the RSA site for the free fly? Did you get the ships?
No, I never do.
Oh,
What am I going to do with them?
I don't know. Check them out, fly them around. Do something that catches your eye.
A lot catches my eye. And then it'll distract me from what I'm trying to get,
True.
which is the C2. Well, for me. And saving up money for everyone else to get more Reclaimers. Reclaimers. I would be like Oprah Winfrey. You get a Reclaimer. You get a Reclaimer. You all get Reclaimers. I don't want to see any other ships flying around in the PTU in the next like 5 months. Everyone's got to be flying a Reclaimer. So my thing is, I bought an Inferno and it's trash. Oh. Yeah, I bought the Scorpius. I didn't realize the Scorpius had a turret on top that needed a second co-pilot.
Yeah.
So from that aspect, I was a little miffed by that. But when Grogue jumps in the co-pilot seat, then it's great fun. But still, the Scorpius single solo is still not bad. The guns on the wings do a decent job. It's still very fast. The shields are great. It's a heavy fighter. You should have bought the Ion, Inferno, and the Ion. Different functions. Is one military and one civilian, or Inferno? Inferno's a fighter though, isn't it?
The Inferno, isn't that a
Drake Inferno? No.
No. Hang on.
Yeah, Matt, we can't have you buying any other ships. We gotta stay focused, man. We gotta get you that Reclaimer, and I gotta get myself the C2. There we go. Slurp. Right, now I better
Ships.
actually
List of
just
ships.
go and print some Crusader Inferno. Yes, that's right. That's right. There are a lot of ships now. It's actually quite difficult for me to keep track of them. Every now and then I can remember one.
The Ares Starfighter Inferno by Crusader Industries.
That's the one with the big cannon on top, isn't it? With the big Gatling gun. Yes, that's the one. Okay. The Ion has the big laser repeater, but you can swap it out though, can't you? You can swap out the gun. That's okay.
Oh god. That freaking retarded. Trying to
Maybe
load
it's
this
your
website.
Maybe it's your internet that's stopping you from actually getting in properly. Timing out.
Just
No
see.
swapping. You can't swap out the size 7 gun. Really? Oh. No, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm not getting full bandwidth, but I'm the second on the 40 meg line, so no.
Kind of slow.
Yeah, it's kind of slow, and my upload is 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, it's tight. You see, everyone's at home in front of the TVs because the weather's so shit.
Yeah, no, everyone must go outside.
We play outside in the freezing fucking cold.
We did. Back in my day.
Right, okay, there we go. So this is the Ares Inferno. Yeah, it's kind of
I do remember looking at
it's the assault ship.
Crusader, so yeah.
Yeah, it's got that big size 7 rotary gun cannon on it, whatever it is. But there's another one that's similar to it.
Yeah, there are two. There's the Ion and the Inferno. That's what Matt just said now.
Oh, the Ion.
So one's got a laser repeat and the other one's got a Gatling gun. I'm getting about 998 gigabit download and about 950 gigabit upload. Oh, god damn it. Shut up, Matt. No one likes to show off.
Yeah, okay, yeah, this is the Inferno. It's got the laser, the Ion. This is the laser cam.
Maybe when I get monetized on YouTube, I can afford better internet too.
Yeah, that's how.
Fiber. Yes, we do have fiber, believe it or not, down here in South Africa. Thank you. It might be a third world country, but our internet's not that bad. It's just expensive. Because they were monopolized for 10, 15, 20 years or something ridiculous before like we finally started getting the smaller companies. Yes, we need a big infrastructure upgrade. But the thing is though, all those big companies that come from outside have to deal with the BEE nonsense, you know, and big companies need to have a black ownership up to a certain percentage, etc., and that keeps chasing away all our investors because nobody wants to lose money and company shares and all that stuff because of that nonsense. So, yeah.
Alright. I am.
So you almost pay the same amount per month as Grogue pays for his. Yes. Just bring it over to us. It's fine. It's it's for a good cause.
Hmm?
I mean, we can't even. We're not. Starlink has been turned on and off in this country. I don't know how many times because they keep fighting with Elon. Because Elon goes like, no, I don't support BE. You can forget it. We can fight. We can figure out other ways of remuneration or whatever else. And of course, that usually means to politicians like, can you put money in my back pocket to let you function here? Is what they're saying. Singular. Thank you for the sub. Hello. Yeah, Starlink. It's actually really cool watching them fly over because I often look up at satellites going over. And I remember about 2-3 years ago, I saw 4 of them flying hand in hand, basically very close together. And then a few months back, I watched about 8 or 9 of them far wider, like literally when one was disappearing over the horizon, there was still more in the line coming up. It was amazing to see. Really, it was just, you know, technology and that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, it just blows my mind.
Yeah, when we were up in Worcester camping in December in summer over Christmas, we were sitting out by the campfire and I was showing Sam and Jaden and Sam's friend Nicole spotting satellites, what to look for and how to watch for them and things like that. And you had to get confirmation, and so we had this whole thing going.
Like what we used to do when we were kids up in Clanwilliam.
Yep, same. Yeah, and it was quite the entertainment with you. I mean, if you're sitting talking or whatever, and someone goes, "There's one," and it's like just out of the blue, like verified. Okay, that's 6. And we were sitting there, and I saw one come past, and I saw it caught my eye because it came up between 2 rather straight eucalyptus trees that were standing apart, and it was like, hey, check this one, it's coming up perfectly between the 2. You can watch it all the way from the horizon coming up. Oh, there we go, universe loading area again. And like we watched it, and it sort of hit the top of the trees, and it carried on. We watched it for a bit, and next thing my eye caught movement at the bottom of the trees again, and there was another one. And it came out, and so they were literally probably about 10 seconds apart.
Yeah.
And then suddenly there was another one, and then 5 seconds later there was another one, and eventually we had about 8 or 9 of these satellites tracking in the same path across the sky.
Yes, that's the one. Yep, that's Starlink.
But Starlink isn't Starlink like telecommunication satellites? Aren't they geosynchronous?
No, they're not.
Aren't
they, as far as I understand, that because the idea is to have them always covering one hemisphere at any given time, or 2 hemispheres. I'm trying to remember how they explained it. Basically, the very first one will be in one hemisphere, and the very last one will be in the other. And so what happens is you will always get coverage from one satellite. It'll always pass the message along to the other one, which then allows you, to keep your connection. That's kind of like how I understood it. So as long as you've got at least one of them, like in view of your satellite dish, you will have connection to the rest.
Okay. I would have thought geosynchronous would have been the better option, because then,
yes,
I mean, it's just relays.
I thought so too, but that's apparently not how they operate.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh well, I've just gotten eventually the same error as before, and that was an attempt to connect to an Asian regional server. So it looks like I will not be logging in at all.
I've got 30 minutes to go scrape a hammerhead still. I gotta get moving. Yeah, dude, that's. Can we try turning your router on and off, maybe? On the off chance, maybe to refresh it or something.
I'll end up cutting the stream and I'll have to start over.
That is true, yes.
No, it's probably just the time of the evening, and of course, yes, everyone is home tonight, so they're all on the... I definitely know that YouTube is running on at least 2 devices, and Netflix on 3.
Yeah, Matt, sorry dude. You killed a reclaim the other day on Vaughan mission. Had 32 SCU crates in it. It was miserable trying to get them out. You sure those weren't 16s? Because they can't print 32s in a reclaimer. But yes, 16s in a reclaimer is still a mission to get out. Yeah, if you've killed it and nothing works, trying to get them out the elevator or through the back is near side impossible. Okay, I'm gonna have to script this thing in record time now. I can't stuff around with this.
Okay.
It's fun.
I wonder if there's anything else.
Mining cargo. Okay. Oops, totally overshot that.
Try and see if there is any change.
Stupid NPCs. So many people have died in my cargo holds. Would that be from containers falling on them, Josh? Because we've had a few of those happen. In fact, I've glitched right into one where I've been stuck in it, and I've had to wait literally for someone to come along and lift it off of me. Thankfully it was Grogue or cart or one of them that came to my rescue. But yeah, I was stuck there. I couldn't lift it off myself because being inside of it. Oops.
Okay, now suddenly the download speed is 38 megs, but my upload speed is horrendous. Run that again.
Not there.
33 megabits.
You know what should have a medbed? A reclaimer. It's such a big industrial ship. There should have been space for a medbed. I mean, you know, it's a corporate like run ship, and they've got to have at least one medbed.
Everything seems a little better. So let's try this again, shall we?
I'm a little bit too far away. This should be okay. No, this is okay. Just
Let's see if maybe something was iffy and ISP has fixed it or something, because sometimes they do these local router resets.
yeah. There is a lot of ways of space. 100%. They really, I mean, they got things in there they don't need. Weird, strange angles in the cargo hold. Absolutely. But apparently I saw someone mention in the chat a while back saying apparently the chains are going to be coming out, which I guess makes sense. But if they could just tweak the walls, if they could make the walls straight, or like the cargo hold just just there's some very strange angles, especially the bottlenecks around in and out of the elevator and certain spots in the salvage hold. You've got those little dips. It's strange. It's like someone designed it without actually like looking at the functionality of it. Singular, is it me or is anyone else having hiccups in the stream? Just check some other streams work fine. Yeah, dude, no, it could be us. We seem to be struggling with a lot of internet issues down here at the moment. So it might actually just be because it's down here in South Africa. Because I have noticed I've got spikes in drop frames, and Grogue has been struggling to get in, and it has been quite a bit of issues. So yeah. Also, you bought your first vulture. Congratulations on your vulture, dude. It is a fantastic ship to have. I recommend every new player have a vulture. It should be a staple. Really it is. It is a great little ship. Even if you're not salvaging and you use it to do like a little bit of hauling to get your rep up, also fantastic. Yeah, always recommend a vulture. 100%. You see there I've got lag on mine. There it goes like super slow again. So yeah. Less so. So, if it's your first vulture, I'm assuming you've only started playing recently then, Singular. Also, I have to punt. Don't forget to go over to check out Grogue. He is in the description below. He has a Discord. This is for Star Citizen. So it is some nice, good, old-fashioned casual players. You can tell when you can actually get in the game.
Yeah, if ever.
Yeah. So the Discord is there for everybody who wants to come in and join, play, hang out, whatever. It is super casual and relaxed. We do 99.999% of the time it's PvE. We're not into the big PvP stuff, and we like team play and chilling. So yeah, you can come and hang out in the chat and do your own thing. You can come out and hang out in the chat and join us in a ship. And yeah, the nice thing is you can come and go as you please. There's no organization yet that we've got up and running, nothing like that. But we do tend to work together and help each other out a lot. And we do a lot of hauling, salvaging. One of the guys is taking a bit of a break. He's been quite into mining recently, and we've been helping him with that. And that's been quite fun. A little frustrating when you blow up your asteroid though. But yeah, so check out Grogue. He is in the description. Link is there. His Discord and information should be in his stream. Yes. Yep, that's you, casual player. Grogue's Discord. That's a Matt. Yep. Started grinding, hauling missions last couple of months. Okay, so you've got the game for a while then. Oops, I'm too busy reading chat and not watching my script. Pro tip, if terminal's broken, sell at one of the TDDs. That's actually where I've been selling most of my stuff, but I have been taking my stuff to Grim Hex because I've got a whole bunch of stuff sitting at Orison and I can't sell at the TDD. So the Orison TDD for me is broken. So I've still got to do a cat run from Orison to Grim Hex to sell my hundreds and thousands of CM and RCM sitting there in the warehouse. Matt, we're all casual games. We do a little bit of hauling. Yeah, we dabble just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Rather than you sitting staring at me, my loading screen.
Yeah,
we are now going to feed.
We dabble just a little bit. Just a little bit. Uh-oh. Oh no. Who? And Grogue's cut out. I can't hear Grogue.
Sorry? Say again?
You cut out. I couldn't hear you.
Oh. I said no, I'm going... Rather than sitting here watching my loading screen with 0 entities happening, putting you on my stream.
That's fine too, I guess. That's okay.
I'm just trying to figure out... Oh, there we go. Full screen. Here we go. We'll watch... We will stream.
Double, no pressure, right? No pressure. I can hear like twice as many people in chat going, you missed a spot. Go back and scrape that one again.
The thing is, they'll be in my chat and yelling at you, so I'll have to relay it to you. We definitely have to set up that stream together thing. I think it'll work well for us.
Yeah, we must set up a different scene altogether so we can experiment, so we don't lose our current scenes.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. Or profile, or whatever it is that they call it.
Yeah, you can just add.
Yeah, hauling. We've done a lot with the cats. We our primary ship for hauling, we use the Caterpillar. I am saving up for a C2 mainly because of the more wide open hull cargo. Because I want to do more experience level hauling, and the Cat is a great ship to start out with and all that good stuff, but it is kind of limited. So I can only do, like, for example, one experienced, one member and a rookie, and that's as much as I can get into the Caterpillar. Whereas with the what's going on? It's gone dead. And then we've got to disconnect. Oh wait, there we go. Ooh, this lag is scary. Oy. I keep thinking we're gonna get a 30k or something.
Well, the servers respond pretty well to those nowadays. I'm not able to log in at all. Well, don't this just fucking well suck?
Owls. And they're quite straight, but not too far away. Yeah, too far away.
You sure winning?
Although
25 minutes.
The other time I couldn't get in. Sat staring at a loading screen for like almost 2 hours. That's always fun.
Well, I've now been on for an hour and 50 minutes already. 45 minutes. Wearing my hot chocolate and chilling in front of the screen and watching you salvage.
I want hot turkey.
I want Star Citizen!
I'm gonna trade. Go half and half.
I'll scan my cup to you.
Time, we're down to 26% and we've still got 24 minutes to go. So that's not too bad. I am using the trawler, to be fair, just to make up the lost time. But...
yeah. Don't forget to go and strip the guns off the turrets.
Doing that.
No, as in go and get the guns off the turrets.
No, I'm still not doing that. Why would I do that?
So we've got spare guns for when we eventually get our hammerhead again?
No, no, man. We're gonna have so much freaking RMC, CM stuff, money left over. We're just gonna buy everything, dude. It's fine. You need Iron Gate to hurry up with Deep North. Deep North. Wait, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of...
Iron Gate's a game studio, isn't it?
Yes, but Deep North isn't... Oh, no, I'm thinking of Frostpunk. Sorry. Okay, tell me about
Frostpunk 2.
Valheim. Yes! Oh, dude. Of course, that's why I was freaking scratching my brain. Of course, I'm waiting for that too. We've been playing so much Valheim, and we literally we've taken a break because we were waiting for Deep North because we just didn't want to finish the game and then get bored because we do a lot of building. Oh, I can't believe I pulled a complete blank for that. Oh. Yeah, it must be Monday. I know brainy Monday. I can't brain, I have the dumb. But yes, I am so amped. Do you know what they needed to add in the Deep North? Polar bears.
Ooh.
Polar bears would be badass. Dad brain, yes. Not to be confused with mom brain, because mom brain is completely different to dad brain. Okay, let's flip over. Of course, the minute we crunch the ship, we won't have to worry about the timer anymore. Didn't we used to get like 100k for these ships initially? Or something ridiculous? Like unverified mission, we had to like go grab it, move the ship out of the location, and then we would get the payout, and then we could scrape at our leisure. I was just trying to remember what the payout was. It was like 100, 150, I think, before they did an update.
Which one was that?
With the Hammerhead, remember we used to like make like good money on just moving the ship and then scraping it afterwards. In like two previous updates. Prior, sorry, or whatever.
Yeah, I think if I recall correctly, they did nerf the payouts.
200K. Yes, it was 200k. It was fantastic.
Yeah, they nerfed the payouts for the unverified contracts. Yeah.
They just don't want us making money anymore.
They just don't want. They just want people to actually work more for the bigger items. Otherwise, everyone's going to be running around with the damn things, and then there's nothing special about them anymore.
Well, that's special about them now. But you know, but to be fair, also the nice thing was that we would find some hammerheads which were like 100% no damage whatsoever, and you used to be able to just take those out for a drive, and do a couple of missions, and strip things off of it, and yeah. Matt says, grinded so much to finally get my first ace pilot helmet last night. Oh, congratulations. Best selling for progress towards my reclaimer. I haven't even looked at any of those things. I have just been doing the grind, just chilling and relaxing, hauling and crunching, scraping. Yeah.
You missed a spot.
We made some. How much did we make the other night? We made about 6 million. I think I gave you 3, didn't I? Or 2. Maybe we made 4 million. 4 million was about right then.
4.7 or something like that sounds about right.
Yeah. So Matt, I hope you managed to sell all your RMC, because we made a nice little bundle for that. I was thinking about sending you some money, but I didn't want you buying other ships and not a reclaimer, so I thought I'd just hold on to it, you know, just in case. I didn't spend on blackjack and hookers, honest.
I spent mine on baccarat and dry martinis.
So I say luck shots.
Luck shots. Yeah, whammer burgers and luck shots. Yeah.
We're gonna need a bigger suit. I appreciate you. I want to earn that. Hey, dude, it's still hard work. It's a lot of hard work, and it's teamwork. You know, it's okay if we all help each other, as long as we're not like what Green Mellow said earlier. As long as what we're doing is still honest. We're not like duping. We're not breaking the system. We're still putting in the time for the results. It's still teamwork. I mean, between Grogue, Wazzy, and myself, I mean, we've thrown tens of millions at each other, getting ships and sorting things out, and so it's there. You're part of the group. You put in the effort, we put in the effort, and we all reap the benefits. As long as they don't do another wipe, because that's frustrating as hell. What they need to do is fix the hull C missions. Fix the hull C missions.
I am not going to be able to log into the server this evening. It's now basically an hour and 45 minutes that I've been trying to log in.
So what you're saying is you've got another 15 minutes before the 2 hour mark. That's not a bad stream for having done nothing at all.
No views, no chats, no likes, no follows. Fuck all.
Let's go give some support. Come on.
Yeah.
Struggling.
Nah, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
You see, Matt, there it is. You kind of want the Starfarer, though. No, dude, stay focused. Stay focused.
Alright.
Show that willpower, man. Show that willpower.
Let's call that.
Alright, so your boys were doing some random killing outside Grimhex yesterday. Good thing I wasn't there. I was scraping everyone's ship. But sucks because I felt like I wasn't getting as much RMC from player ships. It does feel like that. The amount of times I've spent just scraping panels and getting more RMC than a lot of ships. If they're big ships, then it's worth it. If it's the small ships, not so much, really. It's actually very true.
I sometimes wonder if the small ships are even worth bothering with at all. I mean, I can understand, a vulture coming along and something small for them to scrape and
like
crack up.
One or two RMC here kind of thing.
But I mean, yeah, for the most part, we don't bother with CM with a vulture. It's just not the amount that you're getting is not worth the cargo, sacrificing cargo space for that you could be using for RMC.
Exactly, that was the point I was making earlier to shoot. Someone else changed to earlier. Sorry, I forgot the name. But he was saying like he got his vulture, and I said, should we get the vulture? Just get RMC. Don't worry about CM at all because it's super inefficient in a vulture. In a reclaimer, it's different because you've got the space and the hopper size.
Yeah.
And you can just do it. But a vulture should concentrate purely on RMC. Just for time over money. Yeah. With the cincher braid, I get about 4 SCUs from a big panel. Dude, if you've got the time and you're doing a panel, just do it with the cinch. It's slower, but you'll fill that hopper a lot faster than having to fly around. Sometimes, speed over quality over quantity, It's the age-old thing. Which do you prefer? Really, is actually what it boils down to. If you want to scrape quickly and move on, and you want to do multiple, then that's fine. If you want to spend time scraping one panel for 5 minutes, that's also your choice. Really, it's just your game style that you choose. There's no right or wrong, really. I've messed around with all the with all the scrapers. At one time or another, just to see what each one felt like.
Yeah, I tend to prefer the cinches as well. I'd rather sit and slowly scrape and fill up my hopper without having to go and look for more plates or whatever else.
I mean, having the cinch on the reclaimer is actually quite nice. I mean, it's 85% of the material recovered in the reclaimer. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's the level you get on the Vulture as well, the cinch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just obviously the Vulture cinch is smaller. It's got a smaller diameter.
Yeah.
And effective range, I think, is a little bit closer. You've got to be like 30 meters or something from the, as opposed to the Reclaimer's, what, 50, 60 meters, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
I think
I'd say it's somewhere around there, yeah.
So there are a number of technical differences, but at the end of the day, I just find it's more thorough to get more of the RMC from a single plate than to go looking for a second plate. Just because I've scraped the first one so inefficiently within a braid or something.
Should be able to just click that. Yeah, so money making crunching dead ships outside Grimhex, then bankhead instantly. Yeah, that makes good sense. Don't enjoy having to fly to another panel site, so yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, but you could always have an abrade on one and a cinch on the other, and there's nothing stopping you from using them both simultaneously or one on and one off. So you can mess around with that too. I don't have that option. I can only use one scraper at a time.
You got
because I got another person.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I mean, technically on the Vulture, you got 4 spots for scrapers. Whoa! What just hit you?
Nothing.
Oh, you fractured the ship. I just saw an explosion in front of the ship, and that. Your chat is over, so I didn't see what was going on. I thought you got hit by something.
Oh, right. Yes, I can see that. There we go.
So, I mean, you don't have to have your tractor beam. You can take that off. So you could go 2 cinches and 2 abrades or whatever.
Doing panels without tractor beam is painful.
It can be.
Keep moving around it, you know. Panels, you tractor beam, you just spin them around quickly. You count scraping.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, if that's the case, if you want the option.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it is an option.
It is an option. But unless you're doing these unverified cleanup contracts like Weevil does, where there's a time limit, you'd rather spend your time and get the materials in. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you can always speed run unverified missions. You know, trawler, scrape, crunch, move on quickly in a reclaimer.
Yeah.
And you can totally make your money back. Well, there's no money spent, but you know, you can make your money very quickly if you speed run it. Hell, if you just scrape and move on from one unverified to another, if you're fortunate enough to get, you know, hammerheads each time, then sure. Starfarers at the moment, unfortunately, are problematic with scraping.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're after the CM as well, then you can always crunch it for the CM and make your money that way. And then, of course, you'll get your 23k for just crunching the ship. So,
yeah, for cleaning up, getting rid of the evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of different ways to approach it. And that's the nice thing about Star Citizen, is that it gives you all these things to do, and then gives you absolute free reign on how you go about achieving it.
Yeah. Play it your way. It might be the wrong way, but it's still your way. It's fine. We're not judging you, but we are judging you. But we're not really, but we are. But you know how it goes.
Absolutely no judgment at all. That's wrong.
Lots of judgment.
Fucking now my stream of you is okay. Buffering. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna leave you to your salvaging. I am not getting anywhere this evening. I am not gonna bang my head against a wall. I'd rather go off camera and cry in a corner.
But people are willing to pay to watch that kind of thing, you know. Just stick around and do that on the camera. I'm sure people will enjoy that content as well. You know, like rage quitting. People enjoy watching people rage quit.
I don't have the money to replace the equipment that I would damage in a rage quit.
It's only your head and the wall. Just pick something that doesn't break that easily.
I nearly freaking threw a frothy in the office this afternoon, so yeah, I didn't have a good day.
Oh dear.
My boss came in and told me to drop what I was doing and attend to something else. And one thing that I hate is when end users go over my head to a boss in order to get something that they want done as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Then I generally turn around and tell them to fuck off. And I
Yes.
don't bother doing it at all.
Yes. Yep. That's the way. Yeah.
So, yeah, I got instructed to do something, and I was busy with something else that was a high priority.
Yeah, yours was clearly you work on a higher priority already.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I got told to put it down. I said, well, then you explain to your boss why these people are having to wait for their equipment that they've paid for. You kind of sort of slowed down a bit, and I said, I don't mind helping, but you got to understand that I am busy, and that your lack of planning should not be my emergency.
Yes.
You know, I can understand. Yes,
foresight,
I can understand that, you know, this is causing an issue and this person is not able to work, and I will do my best to assist the person in the time that I have available while I'm busy doing this. I cannot guarantee you that you will have something working by the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, that's you know, you can't. You already. What's fair to prioritize over somebody else? You know, like you're already trying to fix somebody else's issue.
Yeah.
And they say, no, my issue's more important. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Just because you went above my head to somebody else to say that your thing is more important doesn't make it more important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, Henry, you're back.
Anyway.
What happened? You gotta stop microwaving your fish in the ship. We talked about this. It's not fish. It's raccoon. Okay. They're just a natural species that occur in these big ships. That and rats, but they actually really fight for. They fight over territory. So you know, whatever I find at the end of the fight, that's what I put in the microwave to cook. So some day I eat like a king with a raccoon, and other days I eat like a pauper with rat. That's just the way it is on the ship. Hobo Weevil can't complain where the food comes from, as long as the food arrives.
Anyway, I'm gonna get off.
Right, Greg, you're off. Ah, sorry. Good luck. Best
Yep.
luck next time.
Enjoy your salvaging. Hope
Yes.
you profit well.
I'm gonna try.
And we'll be back on Wednesday. Catch you again
Cool.
soon. Right.
Cheers.
Cheers, bud. Yeah, well, that's it. No starters in tonight, folks. My apologies for that. Well, I can't really apologize because it was out of my control. The IG not giving me access to log in. 6 attempts and almost 2 hours of trying, I'm unable to log into the service. It's already 10:15. I'm not going to even start something else now. So we will call it here. But we will be back on Wednesday. Hopefully things will be better. Get in and do something. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Until next time, keep well. Love and peace to you all. Cheers.